Let me read my brother's super cap because I really appreciate it. Shout out to Grown Man Talking. Already became the sponsor of tonight's show with a total of $20. Thank you for helping us keep the lights on. Grown Men Talking. Shout out to GMT. Thank you, bro.
No captivity.
GMT say, my guy, no cap. It was a blessing having you on the show Sunday. Had some great feedback. Blessings. Thank you, bro, man. Hey,
no cap.
just in case some of y'all don't know, I was on Grown Man Talking show last Sunday, and I had a blast, man. Shout out to Grown Man Talking, and shout out to his entire panel, all the ladies and all the gentlemen. I had a great show. I had a great time on his show. A lot of different opinions, very opinionated panel. Thank you for even giving me that warm embrace, GMT. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed to Grown Men Talking's channel yet, make sure y'all go subscribe to Grown Men Talking. It's an excellent brother, excellent channel.
GMT and Mingo.
Hey!
He should come on the panel. Like, he should definitely come on the panel.
Come on up here, sir. Come on up here. By the way, is this a love offering or is this
No,
indentured servitude?
That's my dog. Those are for minutes. Those are definitely for minutes.
No, don't influence him. He can
No, that's my partner. I got his vote by proxy. Ask him. You want me to call him?
What up, Grown Man Talking? I appreciate you. Let me see. Grown Man Talking. That's another show I watch. Y'all check out my man Grown Man Talking right there. If y'all can see that. That's the name of this channel. Very good channel. I watch it every day. I got the idea from about having a panel with more than one person on here. I saw him one day doing it. He could have women, interesting topics, what have you. So I appreciate your Grown Man Talking.
What's going on, YouTube? Today we are back and we are live with another episode of Grown Men Trash Talking. Let's give it up for everyone that's in the building. Earl Lee, thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. As I do every Friday, because guess what? I know majority of y'all are at work, but for some reason, y'all are like, yo, I rocks with the GMT family. So I'm here. I'm here and I'm in the building. Shout outs to my guy, Blockchain, early in the building. He said first, he threw the goats out there, my man. I greatly appreciate you as always. Also, I would love for everyone that just came in the building to do me a favor and hit the like button. Likes are free. So, hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? It costs you nothing. On top of that, it'll do one even better if you guys share the content and also tell your folks to subscribe because we are on the road to 50,000 subscribers. I'm excited about everything that this channel got going on. Everything that this channel has got going on. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate, you know, all of the super chats, all the love, all the shout outs that you guys give me. Even when I go to certain other channels, just to show them respect, the love that they give in return means so much when they're like, yo, everything that GMT got going on over there is great, great content. You know, I give all the praise to my panelists because my panelists, if it wasn't for them, real talk, what would this show really be? So, shout outs to everyone of my panelists, everyone that has ever joined the show. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So much from the bottom of my heart. But this one's going to be a good one. Because I got my girl Ash. She is going to join the show today so we could get into two topics. Because I don't know if y'all saw the Grown Woman Talking episode where we talked about the man that makes $50,000. Should he be in the dating market? You know, Ash, statement was no, he should not. I'm trying to say, listen, people at the bottom need to meet at the bottom. When you start shooting for the people at the top, that leaves you single. But we are going to get in it when Ash joins the show. For now, I got some Kendra G for y'all. This is going to be a good one because we got somebody that's delusional. And y'all know how they do on that side. So let's get the show started. All right. get this going for y'all. There we go.
You ready?
I guess so.
Your name is Kirby?
Yeah. Kendra, I have been coming on here since May.
You've been on my show how many times?
Never. I'm saying in my head, I'm like, all right, I'm going. I've been procrastinating coming to see you since May. And I'm like, nope, that's it. I'm not ready. I've been having my notes in my head and I am not ready, but here we are. So let's go.
Well, do you feel like you're ready tonight?
I'm going to be ready. Because today was my.
So here we have a delusional woman who's been trying to get on the show since May, just to add a little context, in case some of y'all did not hear what she was saying, right? She looks like she's a plus size woman. She looks like she's a plus size woman. And I'm not saying anything is wrong with that. What I'm trying to say is her expectations. This is what I really, really want to get into. So we're going to keep going.
My cutoff. I'm like, that's it. You are my friend in my head. And I said, I'm going to see my girl. And I see you about to go on vacation to like Paris or something.
I'm going to Italy.
Italy. So I said, let me go before she go to Italy. That's it.
Okay, I like this. Okay, well, let's do it. Kirby, how old are you, love?
I am 40.
40, okay. What city or where are you calling us from? Where do you live?
I'm from New Jersey.
New Jersey. What do you do for a living?
I am an educator.
Champions first.
Do you have any children?
I do. I have 2 boys.
How old are your boys?
I have a 16 and 11-year-old.
Both by the same man?
Yes,
I agree, my
ex-husband.
Your ex-husband. When did you get divorced?
2015.
Okay. So we got Kirby, 40, New Jersey, educator, mom of 2 boys, was once married. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Capricorn.
Capricorn. All right, let's do it. Kirby, 40, Capricorn, New Jersey, educator, mom of 2 boys, was once married. They're by her ex-husband. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
Okay, and there's some pluses in that, right? She was married, right? All the kids she have is by her ex-husband, so we can't knock the hustle. You know, it's better than what you hear most of them come up with. 5 baby daddies, 19 kids. It's crazy. All right, let's keep going.
Yeah, that's exactly how I wanted you to say it to me too. Okay, sorry. I am looking for somebody who is kind and a genuine good person. Someone has a good personality, someone who is funny, someone who is masculine, and someone who knows how to treat a lady.
Okay, what are your deal breakers?
A deal breaker. Handsome.
You know what I want to know? And for those ladies that's in the chat right now, please, yeah, Jess, 19 kids. You know how it is, Jess, 19 kids. Y'all, listen, do me a favor, y'all. If y'all are not subscribed, go and subscribe to Mind Your Mind with Just Justified. She did a show with my wife Dion the other day, and it was a great show. I enjoyed it. So do me a favor, y'all, go back and take a look at it. Also, follow Blockchain. Follow Blockchain. He is working on some content. So make sure you go over there and subscribe. Because when I tell you the twist that he has on things, it's going to be something else, Kat. So, yeah, just 19 kids. So, let's keep going.
Yeah, I do like handsome men. So a deal breaker is someone who does not have a good relationship with their mom, because that's telling of a lot of other things. Someone who does not take care of their teeth, someone who is not healthy. Like if your eyes are like yellowy, some healthy is big for me. I'm working on getting myself together too, but you got to be.
My God. All right. Let's talk about it. I always tell people to meet people where you are at. I always tell people, meet people where you are. The reason why is because your expectations fall outside of your realm. She's asking for a healthy man. I don't care what y'all try to put this new age propaganda that you could be a 300-pound man or woman and still be healthy. That it doesn't work. If you understand how the human body is, you understand size and you understand height and BMI, you would know that a person that is roughly 300 pounds at 5'5" is a problem. So to talk about that, I don't know. What up, Kenny? How you doing, my brother? Good seeing you over there. Let's keep going.
Into to living long. Because I also sell life insurance on the side. So seeing all the outs with that, yeah. So someone healthy
Someone
and
healthy.
someone nice, a nice, genuine, good person.
Okay. Should he look a certain way?
I want to say no, but Kendra, I have a type. It's the truth. I like a man with a beard. I like a man who is at least 5'9", 5'11" is like, chef kiss, perfect height. Yeah. That's about it. Yeah, 5'11", beard. That's real specific too. But at least 5'9", good teeth,
Okay, at least
and
5'9".
handsome. If other women don't like you, I probably won't like you either.
Oh my God, yo. The expectations is what we're talking about. There's nothing wrong with having the standard, right? There's nothing wrong with having the standard. What is popping on there next? Good to see you over here, my God. Salute to you. Big blessings, man. Everybody, do me a favor. And after this stream, go over to On Their Next and subscribe. Blessings to you, my guy. Oh, Ken, what up, what up, what up? You in the building. Shout outs to everybody that's in here before the 20-minute mark. Means a lot to see y'all on this side on a Friday because y'all could be at work, but it looks like all y'all took y'all lunch breaks early to come and rock out with your boy. So I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. That's what's up. All right. You know what I'm saying? So back to the show. Back to the show. Right? The expectations. You're saying that you want a man that is attractive to every other woman. And if he is not attractive to other women, you don't want him. This is the problem with that, right? Most people would say, what's wrong with that? Like, there's nothing wrong with wanting a man that every other woman wants. The problem with that is that man usually cheats. Even if it's a pookie with no money in his bank account. If other women want him, he's going to cheat. She's an average woman. She's average, maybe a slight bit below average. I'm gonna probably want to give her a 4. But you want the top 10% of men. How does this work in the real world where you expect that man to be all yours? Let's continue with this.
So you want the man that all the women want?
Unfortunately, I do, but I want him to only want me. I know.
Okay. So what are you gonna do to make sure he only wants you out of all the women else that want him?
Good question.
It's what I bring. You know, we'll get to that part. It's your last
No,
question.
let's get to there right now, because let's talk about this.
Let's do it.
I love that you were honest. You want the one man that every woman would want.
Yo, Jess, stop throwing them acronyms out. You know I don't know it. Does that mean joke? Like, come on. What does it mean again? Just know or joke? I don't know. Anyways, we're just gonna keep this one going.
But you only want him to want you, which I get. So what are you gonna do to maintain that he only wants you over all these other women?
It's what I bring to him. It's the joy. It's the peace. So it's the fruit that I bring. So
I could go to the damn amusement park to get joy.
Nothing like a good feminine woman that brings you peace. Everybody doesn't do that.
So you feel like all the other women that like him won't?
Yo, this is crazy. I'm gonna give that we're gonna speak about that just now, but shout out to my guy, distinguished professor in the building. Do me a favor, go over there and subscribe to the distinguished professor. That's one of the key members in the GMT family. And I am going to announce that we are scripting the dating show, Meet to Marry, which is coming up soon, right? We're holding a mix out here in Charlotte, and we're putting it together now. And my man, distinguished professor, is a part of the growing part of that show. So I appreciate you, my guy, always. Let's talk about her delusion now. She wants this crazy, good-looking man that's all hers. No one else could have him, but look at her. I'm sorry. And I'm not trying to be mean, right? A lot of people would listen to this and say, oh, who does he think he is? I know I'm not the most attractive man. I'm also not the ugliest man out there as well. But when it comes down to it, when I have to look at this woman, I'm looking at her in a way of, yo, you are below average if most men were looking to date you. If most men were looking to date you. So why are you shooting so high? And this is what I want. I want women to get married. I want Black women, white women, Asian women. I want every person to get the desired results that they want. But the thing is, why are your expectations above your own head? That's where I have a problem.
Bring him peace?
No. So it's the fruit of the spirit that I bring. It's love, it's joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, trustworthiness, and self-control. It's all of those things. That's what I live by. That's what I bring. That's what makes me different.
Okay. All right. Should he make a certain amount of money?
I'm not worried about the dollar amount as much as the mindset. So someone who is financially stable, someone who is established in their career or their business or whatever it is they want. Not so much the money, but the mindset. Someone who either knows their net worth or is working toward growing their net worth.
Okay. All right, let's do the Kendra Cam.
All right, let's see.
So I just came from my son's.
You just came from the gym?
Like I said, Kendra, this was it. Tonight was the night. So.
Okay. Oh, you was dressed up. Okay.
All right, fellas.
Y'all be wanting some.
Fellas, we got the macaroni and cheese arms. We got the mac and cheese arms. How do y'all feel about that? Is this something that one of the most attractive men in the world would want?
Kendra, I know you want to see the booty, girl.
I be wanting to see the booty. Kendra can't really, y'all can just stand up as long as we see y'all legs. But y'all be turning around, y'all be twerking, y'all be doing a lot of things.
I'm not doing that.
Kirby, you're 40. What's the age range you want to date?
The age range is between 38. I'm sorry for my dog being annoying. Between 38 and 51.
51. All right. And when was your last?
You know, let me stop this right here. And you know why I'm stopping it, right? For YouTube purposes, because, you know, could get a copyright if you just play things straight through. So I have to stop it and add my own commentary to it. But with that being said, right? The only realistic expectation that I heard that she has is she's not really looking for a financial requirement as long as you're financially stable. That's realistic. That's realistic. But why does the scale have to be so offset with some of these women's expectations? Why does it have to be like, you know, okay, I want the top tier man, so now you start tilting the scale down, but you're like, okay, he don't got to make that much money, so you start tilting it this way. Why not just catch yourself here? The man could be an okay looking man, so long as you're attracted to him. And on top of you being attracted to that man, he doesn't have to now make 6 figures or something crazy that you yourself don't even make. Why not leave it here? But it always has to be something that tips the scale where it's like, man, ma'am, this is going to keep you single for a long time. I want y'all to get those results. If marriage is what you desire, let's do it the right way. Let's level set our expectations. Let's level set them. Men, you guys do the same thing too, just in a different way, right? You guys would be some of the dustiest dudes out there, as my man I'm So Chiller put it, the bargain bin dudes, and then still expect to get yourself one of the top supermodels alive. So this is what I'm saying. Like, in order for us as people to get the desired results, we need to know where we are in life and start working on dealing with people where we are. But I guarantee you, this woman, when she goes outside, right, she hangs out with her friends. Her friends is telling you, yo, ma, You bad, you sexy, go girl, go get him. So she goes outside with this overinflated ego. She doesn't even think she needs to lose weight, not even on a health perspective. Because in her mind, she can be big and healthy. In her mind, being big and sexy. She said she was working on it. But why you want a dating show looking for something before you worked on it? Help me understand. Am I tripping on this one, y'all? Do me a favor and stay active in that comment.
What happened,
So-
Kirby?
Sorry, I'm here. Just my dog wanted to get out the room. So
When was your last relationship?
2022, I think it was.
Okay. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
It's been quite some time.
Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on.
Procrastination. Like I said, I've been coming here since May. Procrastination is one. I like to be on time, but I'm late, which is a part of procrastination. And I feel like because I haven't been in a relationship so long, I'm kind of like settled in my singleness, even though I'm ready for a relationship. So that's something like I need a man who is willing to pursue me. And because I can be like, oh, well, I'm done. That's it. I can give up easily. So I need somebody who's not going to give up on me.
So the man.
Now, that's another thing. Let's talk about that. A man that's willing to pursue you. This is not the damn pursuit of happiness. You have to now play your part as well. No man is out there trying to chase women. It's either you show up and he show up, and that's how you make it work. But you shouldn't have the mindset of a quitter, then expect someone else not to quit on you. You see, I think, and this is a conversation I had last night, right? I was on a live. I was actually on Intellect Ignited. Go check that page out. And when I was on that page, we had a conversation. And it fell into a lot of the expectations that a lot of women today are expecting men to be traditional still, right? You remember back in the day, y'all remember when men used to literally chase women. It was a cat and mouse, the Tom and Jerry, right? You had the women that would, oh, I'm not gonna call you, you call me. So the man was calling. You remember back in the day when they used to have the man popping up at the woman's house and he's throwing rocks at her window, singing her Sweet, Sweet Lady by freaking Tyrese and some bullshit from Drew Hill. Y'all remember that, right? Now, women are still expecting the same exact, love letters, but what are they offering you? What are they offering you? Right? No, Jess, I agree with you. Those were the good old days. Those were the creations of the simps that's out here today, right? The baby face, I'll pay your rent, I'll buy your clothes, I'll cook your dinner too, soon as I get home from work. You remember that bullshit. So that was the creation of the simp, where men put women above their purpose. Then women now started getting a queen mindset. If you don't pay my rent, if you're not buying my clothes, and if you're not coming home and cooking my dinner, you get no buns. As a matter of fact, I'll give the buns to your man. I'll give it to your brother if he's willing to pay my rent. Now, we're not talking about all women. We're talking about these women. The women that want men to chase them. They are the problem. Men, I tell you all the time, stay on your purpose. Stay on your purpose. Don't fall off of it. Because if you fall off the pendulum, you land in a pile of shit.
And that all the women want, you want him to work hard to get you.
Yep.
Even though all these women are just throwing themselves at him.
That's it, Kendra. You get me. I feel like you get me.
Okay. Okay, Kurt.
Yo, look at her gums. Oh man. Now this is a personal shot. This is not that crazy, but yo, she is smiling with all of her gums. That's crazy. Even that alone should disqualify her from that specific man that she says she wants. Just saying. And I know that's something she can't help. I know that's something she cannot help. But damn.
Kirby. Okay.
Kendra,
Yes.
you were in your happily ever after.
I worked very hard for my happily ever after though too.
You
So
did.
I think that people just see this. This is a lot of hard work that went into this.
And I think you should do a segment on that. You got to teach us how to get to happily ever after.
I can't teach y'all nothing because y'all don't want to hear nothing. Y'all
Kendra,
want to hear fantasy things and nursery rhymes and fairy tales that you guys tell yourself.
Nope.
And I sit here and whenever I try to get smart.
Yo, I'm sorry, but Kendra did take a lot of Kevin Samuels talking points. But you can't knock it. She was on fire when she said that. She was on fire. She basically told it what it is, right? A lot of women live in this fantasy world. So she want Kendra to teach them how to become a successful, engaged to married woman. Kendra's like, yo, I've been trying to talk to y'all for the past 3 years. And every time she tried to talk to the women, they shoot her down just like she did to Kevin Samuels. But it's crazy how the tables have turned, and now she's talking to the same archetype of women, and here she is like, I'm not even gonna waste my time because you guys are living in Disneyland. So I'm not even gonna waste these $5,000 weaves that I put in my head.
Like just small pushback.
Listen.
Oh, Kendra doing this. So I like peace of mind in my life. I'm not gonna stress myself out over arguing with women every single day. But I will say this: reality is always gonna be the teacher, right?
Thank you.
So you don't need me, you don't need the comment section. Reality is going to tell you what you're doing right or what you're doing wrong. So I worked very hard. So we'll leave it at that.
But if you feel like one day I'm asking, please give us your happily ever after what to do story.
I say this a lot, but y'all push back on this. The first thing y'all gotta do is start learning men. You gotta start learning the person that you say you want. Like
thank you.
That part y'all are negating. You literally just told me a man, you out your own mouth said you want a man that all the women want, but you want him to only want you. Mm-hmm. And that's why I asked you, well, what's going to separate you? Because also what we don't talk about, I know we talk a lot about men cheating. We don't talk enough about women being aggressive. There's women who are aggressive, who would try to pursue your man, that don't give a shit about you even existing. So let's just say you got this man that you said everybody wants, mm-hmm. and let's say he can't control himself and not trying to pursue. Now, what does he do to knock off the women that are pursuing him? I just think that what I will try to do, and it might cost because they're gonna want to pay. I know a lot of men that could just sit up here and maybe just start giving y'all some insight. I think that's what's
that's good stuff.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. Because listen, look, the expectations is unrealistic. And what Kendra just said right there was a whole bar. She dropped it on you. She told you, listen, life is the best teacher. Whatever you say you want, if you currently don't have it, it's because you don't deserve it. Everything that you have, everything that I have right now, from my house, my car, my wife, my kids, everything is because I put action to get it. So guess what? I deserve it. But everything that I say that I want, $10 million, a Ferrari, maybe I want a Lamborghini next to that Ferrari. Everything that I say that I want, if I don't have it, it's because I didn't do what it takes to get it. That's life. Wherever you go, there you are. And whatever you do is what you have. That's just life. A lot of us people have a tough time understanding that. And I think it puts us in almost a depression state, right? Where we feel as if I want these things in life, I want these desired results, but I don't have it in the time that I want it. So because I don't have it right now, something must be wrong with me. No, it's because you're not getting up and doing what it takes to get it. If you want a wedding, if you want a man, if you want a woman, the only way you're going to get it is if you put in the work to go out there and get it. You know what I'm saying? That's just how that works. Black man, I felt it, my God. What up, what up, what up? Shout out to you, man. Yo, listen, do me a favor. Y'all know what I'm about to say. Go over there and subscribe to Black Men Unfiltered. Great shows over there. He has multiple different shows as well. So it's not like he's running the whole show. It's daily shows. Different people run them, but great topics and man, be on point. Thank you for coming over here, my guy. I greatly appreciate you. But everything that we have in life is what we put the work in to get. You know what I'm saying? So without the work and the drive and all that, you don't have it. Ash is in the building. What up, Ash? Hold on 1 second. You know I gotta bring my girl Ash in the building. What up? On top of that, we got a $20 super chat. My guy Leon. He says, you know, I go out a lot, and I've never seen women who actually have options ever needing to sit on the Kendra G like the Kendra G like show being what? Sorry. Mingo's at it again, right? I know y'all about to come for me in the comments, begging for dudes to take them as is. I agree, my guy. I agree. Shout outs to you and thank you so much for super chat. That is so real. Ash, what up, Ash?
Hi, I'm so excited. I'm so happy about today's conversation.
I know. I couldn't wait for it too.
Listen.
The moment you was like, yo, Ming, by the way, y'all all saw the thumbnail. The thumbnail idea was given to me by Ash. So Ash was like, yo, Ming, we got to talk about this. On top of that, Ash also wanted to revisit what we talked about on Tuesday. So I said, all right, you know, since me and Ash didn't really get to throw the gloves on at one another, we got to throw the gloves on today. But I appreciate it.
I'm ready.
But it's gonna be it's gonna be some respectful glove boxing, right?
Of course, always.
You know what I'm saying? I love Ash. Ash is my people.
Yes.
So with that being said, let's get off of Kendra G. Let's talk about the 666 topic as you you gave me the idea to, and then we'll get into it. Let me just play 2 videos for you, and then we'll talk about it.
666 rule.
6 foot tall.
Make 6 figures.
Yes. 6 inches. If you're a single woman and you're trying to date, you are looking for probably these qualities in a man.
In the U.S., 14.5% of all men are 6 feet or over.
Damn. Shit.
So
good luck.
Tough there already. Just on the height alone, that's tough. 17% of American men make over $100,000. Okay, at 6 inches, you're in the top 15th percentile.
Damn.
So you're looking for somebody who's in the top 15% of dick size, top 17% of annual salary, and top 14% of height.
Why do I feel like those are so low? Because I feel like there's so many out there.
No, dude.
You don't think?
No.
All right, one more video. I got one more for you,
That will be with me to the day I die is the 666 rule.
Yeah, would you like to edit that?
I mean, I don't need to if you know what I mean.
She's like, nah, I'd like to actually say I'd like to double tap that one.
That was literally something that I said thinking it would be the funniest thing ever. And people like hold that against me to this day.
Like, gold digger. And it's like, 100 grand's not like.
Also, like 6 feet's not that crazy of an ask.
Right. And like, I don't know.
Also, I don't care if you have what size you are. Like, if you know how to use it, you're great. We've already talked about that.
Yeah. So the reference on the 666, as Jordan said, she's looking for a 666, which you said in Aspen. And I was like, huh? And you're like, 6 figures, 6 feet tall, and 6 inches. And I was like, oh, yes. Okay, got it.
Not the devil's number.
Not that. And then that clip, people were like, there was so much.
Oh my God.
Just so many things.
Oh my God. So Ash, what's your thoughts? Let's talk about the 3 6s, right? And I believe there actually is a 4th 6 in there as well, because a lot of women want a man with 6 packs, right? 6-pack abs, if I'm correct. All right.
Yes.
So with that being said, let's talk about the first 6. 6 figures. What is the big deal that a man must make 6 figures to date a lot of the women today?
I blame a lot of things on social media at the end of the day. You know how they hear a new word, people hear a new word and they run with it. They tossed around 6 figures and went crazy. They were like, if you don't make 6 figures, you're poor out here in the world. I think it's wild to think like that. Especially if you're not making 6 figures yourself, It's wild that became a standard and a lot of people that are asking for this are making it.
I agree. I definitely agree with that. As my man broke down the numbers, the top, if you make 6 figures in today's time, we're just talking about 100,000. And we all know in a lot of major cities, $100,000 is really no money. But
Right.
even in those major cities, the majority of people that live there, you only got like roughly 14% of those people that make $100,000. On average in New York, the average New Yorker still only makes roughly 50 something $1,000. So we're not gonna go crazy on that one because we gotta still talk about the 50K man. But let's move on to the next 6. So let's talk about the 6-foot man.
I hear that so much. It's not a preference for me. I'm 5'1", so honestly, as long as you're taller than me, I'm cool. If you're any shorter than me, then I think we're talking about little people like dwarfs and stuff, and I don't.
So would you date a guy? Would you date a guy that's 5'2"?
Yes, he's taller than me. I would date a guy that's 5'2". I would date a guy that's 5'2".
Level. I mean, I guess with shoes on, he'll be at like 5'2.5", maybe.
Right. I mean, I prefer maybe a little bit taller because I'd be wearing heels all the time. So 5'4", 5'5" would be cool. But I would date a guy that's 5 because on average, if I meet him while I'm out and about, at the store or at work or in transit, it's a good chance that he might catch me in some Crocs. So he'll be taller than me, and I'm like, okay, I could deal with this.
I got you. So you don't mind a man that is you're not the woman that's looking for a height preference. A man that is super tall, which is good. I mean that alone opens up your dating pool widely.
Yeah, I mean, because I feel like so many men are taller than me, so it's just I don't need to be greedy. I don't need someone to be a whole foot taller than me. That's wild. I have nothing against tall guys. If they are, that's fine. That's cool. But I don't go out searching for them.
That makes sense. All right. Now it's time to get a little dark, right? What about the 6-inch man? She said, "What did I walk into?" Listen, we still trying to figure that out. But
listen, 6 inches is like half a ruler, right? Half a ruler. I think I don't know. I think I would have to need to know the average size and then go from there. If 6 inches is above average, cool. If it's below average.
14% of men, because that guy in the first video that I played throughout the stat, that only 14% of men average over that size of.
Well, then, with that being the case, then I think as long as you can use it, because size it matters, but it doesn't matter that much. I mean, it gets to a point where like size does matter because that's wild. Can't be
Oh
different,
man.
right? That's wild. Sorry for the itty bitty peewee committees, like for sure. But 6 inches is decent, as long as you know what you're doing. You got to do the moves that work for you. So if 6 inches is all you got, perfect that with
Right,
6 inches, and I'm okay.
but remember, you're still talking about the above average man. Whenever you
Oh,
say 6
because
inches,
six is about okay. So the average size like
right?
5. Okay, then yeah. That's fine. If that's average, it's not little. That's fine. That's fine. I've never measured like a man part, so I'm like, I don't know what 6 inches look like. But yeah, I think yeah, that's fine. If it's above average, that's incredible. Yeah, there's like
Okay.
micro peens out there.
I don't know nothing about that. But what matters is the expectations from women, right? And I think this talk, as you sent me, right? There was an article written. Who wrote that article? Was it NBC or the one you
I
sent
think
me
it
the
was
other
the
day?
New York Post.
New York Post.
Yes.
Right. And in that article, there is a real movement going on by women saying that they don't want to settle for anything less than 666. So yeah, so and
Wait.
then
I got a question for you. What's the female
mhm.
equivalent of 666?
Good question. Good question. Fellas, help me in the comments with what you got, because I've been I've been out the market for a long time. I knew what I was looking for in a woman, and it really didn't have nothing. Okay, look, you're not overweight, so that's one.
Okay.
Femininity, two, right? And not overweight, femininity, and also submissive. You could be feminine to a degree and not be as submissive.
Exactly.
So a woman, right? So a woman that holds that feminine characteristics and also she's submissive to you. If you say, "Yo, listen, we need to move because I have a great opportunity in Texas," that your wife is like, "Yo, let's go," or "Yo, listen, I'm hungry. I need a sandwich. Go make me a sandwich." Yeah, that's something that men look for. But definitely weight. I would say attractiveness for men is usually the most important thing. But we don't measure women up like y'all do, though. And if you pay attention to a lot of men, you may see a good-looking man. He may be with not such an attractive woman. So, yo, world class have to come here because you told him to come here.
Thank you so much for being here. I think at the end of the show, you will have a better understanding. I can't wait. I cannot wait. You're dropping so many gems right now, GMT, that I plan to bring up later on.
All right.
I'm so excited.
And we're going to play the video so that way people could we could go through it and chop it up and see where we stand with it. So, men, you will see a man go down in looks if you got a woman that's cooperative, right? Like she doesn't have to be a 10. Most men are not out here looking for supermodels and, some of the baddest chicks alive on some like, yo, that's the only way I'm going to be with you. But women are throwing this rule out of a 6 because there's the fourth 6, which is the man has to have a 6-pack. He needs to be in shape as a means to say this is a man that qualifies or I should be with. That's a problem.
That's wild.
That's a problem. And it keeps a lot of women single. Keeps a
lot
of women
for sure.
Single. All right. We got another $20 super chat from my guy Leo. I'm so chill. He says slim, attractive, submissive. See, exactly, pretty much what I just said, the 3, right? And has a life experience with no kids. Okay, so that's something that a lot of men look for as well. A woman with children. That's my equivalent to 666. And there's plenty of them out and about, fellas. Basically, he's saying there's a lot of women that's like that out and about. And I agree.
Because it's like mad reasonable. All those things are attainable. Like those are like Like, men can't change their height, right? You can have a great guy that meets 2 of the 6s, but he can't change his height, like, right?
He can't change his height or his penis size.
That's right. That's what
The
I'm
only
saying.
the
Right.
only
So
thing a man could change is money.
exactly. But like when it comes to how a man views a woman, they're all attainable.
They're all attainable. A woman being slim, right? I mean,
Mhm.
how unless you have some incurable whatever it is that happens to people where they can't lose weight. That's one, right?
Right.
Attractiveness. Attractiveness is subjective, right? So you could see a woman and say, okay, maybe she's a little plus size, but she got a really cute face. Like the majority of men will give Jill Scott a shot.
She's so she's so gorgeous. But yeah, I get it, the weight thing. Yeah.
She's overweight,
Mhm.
but you find a Jill Scott that has a lot of a heavy sex appeal to her. Still heavy though,
Mhm.
and she's able to still give you submissiveness. She's able to still be soft with you. You know what I'm saying? Those are
Yep.
the things that men find attractive. And if you come into the game where I could give you children off the rip and you didn't have it with any other man, those are things that's very important to men in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Very important to men in a relationship. So I don't even want to stay on this for too long because I'm so excited to get into our topic on what we were talking about. So hold on, let me cue that up for you. Let me remove old girl here. I'll bring this up. This is gonna be a good one, y'all. If I can find it. If I can find it in my eyesight. My eyes is acting up. All right. This is not it, but give me 1 second. 1 second. All right. There go Ash.
A week to court your woman or to pour in and invest in yourself. Now, if you save that $400 every month, if you save that $400 every month, at the end of the year, you'll have almost $5,000 to invest in yourself and be wise and create a passive and residual income. But instead, you'd rather go get some coochie and try to impress her with like McDonald's.
Damn. Not with the McDonald's, not with the Mickey D's. So how do y'all ladies feel about that crack she was just talking about? What's up? What's up? Dating a man making $50,000. Should that man even be in the dating market?
No.
Yes.
No. Who said no? Who said no?
Ash.
I'm coming for you, Ash.
Come on.
I'm coming for you.
Her breakdown was wild, right? She said what, $250 a week to court somebody, and I guess not even $250 a week. Like that's $250 he have excess for the rest of the month. So like he can really only go on like one date a month. Because even if he goes to like a mediocre restaurant, which is cool, like a regular desert, you don't need no 5-star, like a regular desert restaurant, it's like $90. Because for the most part, a lot of people be drinking. Once you order 2 or 3 drinks, both people, $90 bare minimum. So now he has like, I don't math like that, but he under $180 now. That's not, you can't go re-up another date. Like you gotta wait another month before you can take her out again. That's crazy. And then also, you only got $250 left for the end of the month. Like, how are you? Where are you going after this dating phase? Because you're not in a position to provide and be a man, and take care of a household.
What does he provide? Okay, let me and Ash have this conversation. I got you, Boombox. I'm gonna put Ash next to me real quick so we can have this conversation. So Ash, that man that is now making. So, hold up, before we continue on, you want to explain something different?
Yes.
Or
Yeah,
the same thing?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna still ride with my statement, right? Because we're basing it off of this video. So let me speak to the fact of this video. Because what she said in the video, he had $250 after everything, right? And she didn't even like break down like gas and all that stuff, right? So this man got $250. It's not so much the $50K. And I love how you put that on the thumbnail, like Ash says a man with 50K. Listen, it was the fact that this man makes 50K, right? Because you could have two men, right? Two men make 50K, right? One can live very comfortably, and the other one could be on the struggle bus, like for sure, right? It depends on people's lifestyle, but this particular man in this video had $250 left over at the end of everything. I don't think someone with $250 at the end of everything, not even including gas. She didn't even put gas and groceries. She just said the major bills. So $250. Let's be real. Like, we can take being like really, really, really stretching our dollars. We could just put 100 for groceries and gas, right? So we got $150 really to date with. How can you date someone and actually pursue someone with so little money? Like, isn't that irresponsible? Shouldn't your focus be elsewhere?
So to answer your question, why does every date have to be expensive?
It doesn't. It does not have to be expensive at
So
all.
if you
can go to Sweet
so
Frog.
So for I don't even know what that is. What Sweet
Like
Frog?
It's frozen yogurt, like a fuzzy peach. They have those in
So a man with $250 left over, $150 left over. Are you telling me that man can't take you to Sweet Frog and maybe y'all could go for a walk in the park? Maybe y'all could take a nice drive to the beach, depending on where you live. Maybe you could go for a hike in the mountain. Maybe you could do a picnic. Maybe, but I think the expectation that a lot of women want nowadays is to sit up in fancy restaurants, to spend $100 on that meal. So it puts that man that could be overqualified for you later on. Now you no longer qualify for him when he gets to the top because of what you did to him earlier on.
That sounds great. I like that, right? But like I said, two men making the same amount of income. One has more left over at the end of the month. One has less. I don't think $250 is sufficient enough for someone to be pursuing someone else. Like, what if an emergency happens and now you done spent this money on me, and now you like, hey, I paid for dinner last night. My car broke down. Do you think you can give me like $60 for that? Okay.
You see that Olive Garden got the $14.99 endless pasta until November. Ball out, fellas. Oh man. So what I'm saying though, what I'm saying is, whoa.
Go ahead.
Why, but still, why can't he still be with you early on? Because if we're talking about the first 3 dates, let's just put a 3-date average, right?
Okay.
So, and this is why I mentioned in this episode that we did that it is very important that a man lets you know where he stands financially. Just as important it is for you to tell a man, yo, I got kids, yo, I'm broke, I really don't got it like that. So he doesn't have expectations from you the next date that you could just do whatever because you have limitations. That man might have limitations as well. He doesn't have to tell you I'm broke, but you could put 2 and 2 together if he tells you his lifestyle. He doesn't have to be like, yo, I'm broke, ma. I ain't got no money. I'm dusty. No, but he's not taking you to the fine. He's not taking you fine dining, but he could say, yo, let's go rock climbing. I could spend $20 on rock climbing. I could spend, and then we could go get some coffee after, or we could go, grab something light to eat and still enjoy each other's time because the date is about getting to know each other.
And I agree. It's about getting to know each other. But I also believe age plays a major factor because if like 21-year-old me, a guy was like, oh, I gotta wait to the next check, but I got a little bit of money. I could take you to go get some ice cream, or I don't do like nature dates off rip because, safety precautions, but like a nice little cheap date, I can respect that because we're young and we're barely established in life. Now, if I'm like mid-30s, 40s, and you gotta wait till your next paycheck, like we can go on a date, but we gotta wait a little bit for the next one because you're limited in funds. That's not acceptable to me because at what point are you gonna get it together? And I know there's people that are late bloomers, and that's fine. I respect it. But for me, I just feel like at a certain age in life is no longer just hold me down and like one day I got you, you know? Like that's cute when you're young in your 20s, maybe early
But
30s.
what if that man is not asking you to hold him down? What if he's just asking
But
you
no, because the
to
last
be there?
episode, be there how? Because what are
Just
we
just
doing
be
in the
just
what are we doing in the meantime though? Like, are we just
getting
open
to know
dating other people?
getting to know each other.
Do you not think that's kind of risky though? In your
No,
younger years is fine, but like to just be like to just trust someone who's older on the older side, like just trust them because they had many years of adulthood to establish themselves, right? Even create a
but you know
budget,
that
even if they weren't going to progress in life financially, right? Create a budget, a comfortable budget to where they shouldn't be struggling. Now, I understand emergency situations happen, and sometimes people have to use more funds than typical, and they may have a setback, right? That's a setback, and people recover from those. But if you're still trying to climb to a comfortable spot in life at this older age, it's like, have you not learned from any mistakes of the past?
I'm gonna address that just now, but let me get to the super chat real quick. We got a $10. My guy, I'm so chill 360. He says all the ladies on that panel got full lips except for the non. Oh God, chill, chill, son. Google it, fellas, and say that. Don't trust people with the thin lips. Yikes! Oh my God, yo, chill. We gonna talk later, man. Chill. You got me reading it out loud too, man.
He's
This is
everything
the
but chill
problem.
is crazy.
This is everything but chill.
Everything but chill.
Everything but chill. He got me reading it too. I'm like, Jesus Christ. You know I gotta read the super chat. So with that being said, listen, look. All right. A 35-year-old man, it doesn't necessarily mean because he's 35 that he's everywhere and everything that he needs to be.
But he should be closer to the finish line. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Not really. Not really. The average age when a man really starts making his financial bracket is roughly between the ages of 35 to 45. In some cases, 50. So if you look at the stats, that 35-year-old man is now starting to gain trust in these industries. He's starting. No one trusts the 18-year-old kid. No one trusts the 21-year-old man. No one trusts even when you're 25 because you don't have enough life experience. So even if you came to me as a businessman and said, listen, I want to do a deal with you, and you 25 years old, I'm going to look at you crazy unless your idea is mind-blowing. So, but if you were 35 and you came up to me with something that was tangible, I would trust that your life experience got you to where you are. So I would be more prone to work with you. But just because the man is 35, he might not even be close to where he want to be. But he could be on the way. And that's what I believe a lot of women need to look for, is the fact that the man has ambition. He's on the way to where he needs to go. How you feel about that?
The rapper trying to make it out has ambition. I admire ambition.
Not that guy. No one's saying date a 35-year-old rapper.
I'm just saying, are we talking career man or businessman? Where we at with this? Let's do career man.
Man. Let's do career man. Okay.
So by 35, you gotta have like a resume. You got something to show for them. I don't know. 8 plus 5 is a number. Them years of adulthood that you've been living. So like you did stuff in your 20s, it was rocky, but you did stuff, right? So you've been on an incline, right? You've been on an incline since adulthood. You've been coming up and you're almost to that 35 to 45 when we're reaching the peak of what we're ever gonna make. So we shouldn't be struggling at that point because we're so close to the end goal, right? Because 50 and 45 to 30 is so far away from like 18, right? So you have to work to even get close to meeting that goal. So you got to be going this way to do it, right? You got to be going up. And if you just been going like this, and now you're like, oh wait, I got it. Now I'm gonna start trying like that. That's so untrustworthy because what have you been doing before this point? There's got to be
what if he
something
lost? What if he lost his job? So you got to keep in mind, right? In a new day and age, especially since COVID, a lot has changed. A lot of these industries has changed, right? Where things have became more remote. A lot of people, a lot of industries also figured out ways to downsize through AI,
Mm-hmm.
right? On top of AI taking over, the competition for other industries is fierce. I've had people that work in my industry right now that's been there for 20 plus years that just lost their jobs. And they got to start from scratch. Does that mean that that person doesn't deserve something, or he doesn't have ambition or drive to get to where he needs to go? No, he just had a setback. But he's not financially where he should be. Should that person not date at all?
Well, based off the example you just gave, if someone just lost their job, someone just lost a job after 20 years, they should not be focused on dating. They should be focused on securing another job. However, if they were already dealing with someone, dating someone prior to losing their job, that's a different situation. But you're talking about wanting a woman to be like, I'm okay with talking to you. You just lost your job. Do they got some prospects for finding a new job? Like, where are we at? Because
Yeah,
it sounds
but
like we're supposed to
the
be going
most,
off of a hope and a wish, and that's
but it's
risky. The
all,
older you are, the more risky it is. Because who finna? And it's
but
not.
it's all. Yeah.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I feel like you got something to say.
Mm,
It's all a hope and a risk. Everything we do in this life, there's no guarantees, right?
that's
So
fair.
if I'm out there, I might look like I know what I'm doing, but in reality, I don't. I'm following the blueprint. But it doesn't mean that I'm super successful right now. I will be though, because I'm going in that direction. It's something you said the other day when you said, when I mentioned the 40,000 subscribers and stuff like that, and then you was like, yeah, but we could see where you're going. Well, why can't you see that in the man that you're dating as well?
Because there's tangible evidence of your progression. What do you say? You started this channel in March, and we're in September now. So from March to September, I can see your growth. I can't see the growth for an adult who's been adulting for over 15 years and is struggling. And not struggling because something happened, just struggling because this is what I do every month. I live month to month. Like that's a difference to me. That's so different.
So the likelihood is if he's 35, he probably lost his career at that point, right? Do I agree with you?
That would be the hope. But no, he didn't lose his career because he's making 50K a year. He's making 50K a year. Maybe he's lacking some money management or something. But people who are making 50K or can date. It's just particular guy that only has $250 left over at the end of the month that should not be dating. Because you got to figure some stuff out. Like, what's going on? Where can you cut some costs at? Or maybe you need to look at some career progression. Because why do you have so little bit of money left over? And then this is the money that you're dating with, right? You're not saving or nothing. You're not even saving. You can't save because you focus on dating people. Where's your cushion if an emergency happen? Oh, the person you talking to? Now that girl got to come and rescue you?
The likelihood is, though, he's not just looking to date. The likelihood is he's looking for a wife. Usually those men that are at that stage in life, they're not the men that's out here trying to, clap as many women as possible. Those type of men usually say, yo, I know where I stand in life. So if I can find me a good woman that will work with me, then yeah. What I think you the crossroads between this conversation where I feel like you're not getting where I'm coming from. Now, I do, if I'm representing what you're saying, please let me know. But where I feel as if you don't understand where I'm coming from is that I'm not talking about the 50K man that is trying to stay at 50K. It's not realistic that a man is not going to date at any phase of his life. It don't matter where he's at. If he's at the bottom, he'll still want to be with a woman. If he's at the top, he's going to want to be with a woman. It's not realistic to tell men don't do that. What's realistic, though, is for a woman to meet that man and say, okay, what's your plan? So, you know, I like you. I'm attracted to you. I see certain things in you very early on. Give me a plan. And is it important for a woman to nest right? Yeah. So I believe I'm not completely disagreeing with you. I'm not completely disagreeing with you. What I'm saying is that the way I feel is if more women looked at it and opened their minds to giving men that have ambition a chance, I believe more women to be married. That's what I'm asking you to look at. Ambition, not where he's at, but where he's going.
I agree. If more women looked at ambition, they would be married. I agree with that piece. I agree that you you can never expect a man not to date, right? All right. Would
You
you
could hold on
agree?
one second. You could definitely react to it, my God. Definitely. Go ahead. Would I agree?
Would you agree that there's different levels to accept this ambition? Do you think like in the younger years people should be more lenient towards believing in and supporting someone's ambition, and that should like trail off a little bit as the ages go on?
Um, I believe that women shouldn't waste their time. Right. So I do fully put that in a woman's lap. If she's sitting here saying, I dealt with a Pookie for 15 years, and then now I'm realizing he ain't going nowhere. That's on you. That was completely
crazy.
right. And that's completely on the woman for doing that. So yeah, I do believe that because I understand that women have a time clock, right? Whether they have children or not, the time clock is still there. And usually when you see a woman start to narrow towards, okay, I'm hitting 35. What am I doing with my life? It's a nesting phase that I believe is biological in all women. Not most, all. I believe some women know how to suppress their biological urges, but I believe it's in there for all women. So yeah, now if you nest, you now got to think about this. Imagine a woman, no children at the age of 32. She's now starting to near that age where it's like she's going to hit geriatric pregnancy. So for her, it's very vital that the man she deals with, her financial situation, his financial situation, and all of that is in order for her to bring a child in this world. That's something I believe a lot of men don't get. A lot of men don't understand that about women. I do, because I truly believe that it's a biological urge for women to expect these things from men. If they're like, yo, what if I got pregnant and I had to stay home? You know what I'm saying? I had to stay home and I had to be with the kids. So yeah, the man needs to make more than $50,000, unfortunately, in order for him to take care of a family of three if he lives in Charlotte.
So how
not even New York.
Yeah, not even. We're not even gonna do those crazy places.
Yeah, we're not even doing that yet.
So how long should a woman wait? This 32-year-old woman whose biological clock is ticking. How long should she wait for this man who only has $250 left over at the end of the month to get it? Because like, what if he got a 10-year plan and she like, well, dang, in 10 years, I'm definitely not trying to.
No.
My bracket's gonna be super high risk, right? So like, how long should she wait for this plan to come into fruition? Because I believe he has so much time before it to be further along financially.
So
even if his salary was the same, right? I just feel like there's things he could have did to just 250 is just like, it's just such a low dangerous number to have left.
Okay, so then if that woman, the advice that I would give that woman is to tell that man, well, maybe we're living beyond our means. Right? So if you have this is where the inspirational part comes from women. So if that man is still at 250 and you've been with him for a year, then it's like, yo, my man, not for nothing, we're living beyond our means. So maybe if 50,000 is your goal, meaning that let's say he works at a school and he's a football coach, and he loves his job, but that job only pays $50,000, right? So okay, now you have he decided he wanted to go get himself a BMW with a crazy car payment. He decided he wanted to, he wants to, do things that's outside of his means. Then yeah, I believe, that man needs to learn how to curb his, appetite for the finer things in life and shoot down for less, so that way he can still appreciate having a family. And then you, the wife, the woman, if you are looking at a man like that as an option, why aren't you working towards putting something towards that as well? So then now y'all have a savings. So it's more than $250. There's a savings there in case you got to stop working because you have to nest.
This is past the dating phase, right? Because they married, yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah,
Now you
no,
can be
yeah,
married
no,
and
we passed the dating phase.
yeah.
But we're talking about you gave that man a chance. You gave him a chance, and here you are, 1 year later.
He done bought a BMW.
He done bought a BMW. So then now he's stuck with 250. You know what I'm saying? So then, yeah, now he's wilding. So yeah, if you're dealing with that kind of man where he could get a car note, but no car note, he could buy a car cash. You guys could have put together, had a car, get yourself a nice little minivan, right? And drive that off into the sunset. But except the expectation is for that man to do it all. But what part did the woman add in that family situation financially into that family dynamics? It's like I told you, I was broke when I met my wife. I didn't have it. So you're looking at me now as almost, and I'm not even at my end product yet, but you're looking at my life as, okay, well, Mingo is fairly successful. That's cool. But I wasn't always like this. So there was a time when Dion had to put up with my brokenness. And sometimes she would pay for the date. If she wanted to go out, she'd be like, yo, I want to go here. She'll be like, yo, you know what? I got, I remember specifically there was one time where I was like, I don't got it. And she was like, I'm not asking you to pay, I'll pay.
That was after a few dates. That's when she realized she really liked you, though, right?
Yeah, but she knew I was broke.
But ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, once you realize you like someone, it's fair game. Like, but asking someone to just go off with a wishing, a dream, and a hope to just, But ain't nothing wrong with a female paying for a date, because once you start dating someone, it's a different dynamic. You like that person. We're not getting to know each other. We're not testing the waters. Like, I like you. I want to spend time with you. So if you ain't asking me out on a date this week, then I'm gonna be like, dang, what's the plans? And you don't got nothing, I'm gonna make something. And because I made the plans, I'll front that bill. Like, but that's nothing I'm doing off rip with anybody.
Well, if you really like the man, why wouldn't you?
Off rip. So I don't even know what that
look
like.
Maybe not date one.
Go out, like.
Yeah, but maybe not date one, right? Maybe date, I don't know. Maybe date two. Maybe date three. Maybe the first 2 dates you guys went, had a nice picnic. You guys did something very mellow. Date 3, you want to go to Ruth Chris. Why wouldn't you pay?
Why wouldn't I? If that's where I want to go, and I asked it, I'm like, hey, let's go to Ruth Chris. Why wouldn't I pay? That's not far fetched. Now, people don't like. That's not common for sure. It's not common. During the show, Uma said something really cool. It was like a bar. A bar was cool. She was dropping gems, and then she was like, "When did it become so transactional?" And I didn't get to chime in on it, but the reason it is like this is because my favorite line. We made ourselves into the workforce, right? We had to start working, and then women be out here grinding, right? So if they can enjoy the finer things on their own, of course they're gonna want a guy to show them the same things or more, because if not, why would a woman go with a man who cannot at least give her the things that she likes, right? On the flip side, though, because I know the guys are about to eat me up for this one because they're like, oh no,
They're
women
about
just
to
want
tear you up. They
women.
wait. They listening.
But wait, because let me get it though. On the flip side, you got to be careful because you know other women who aren't out here getting it have seen these things and they're like, oh, 5-star dinner dates, like that's ideal for the dates, and the expectation is for the man to pay, but they're not doing these things on their own. But woman's asking you to take her somewhere outrageous, somewhere that you deem outrageous. You got to ask her, when's the last time you've been there? She ain't never
I
been.
had,
So
but I had women.
dish. Then you don't even
Women
take her
would
there because
lie.
she's choosing you.
She'll lie.
You can tell.
Women lie all the time, and they lie about where they go and what they do. So the likelihood is if a woman tells you she's used to going to a certain restaurant, Mr. Chow's, all of that, it's because men are taking her there. And she's used to it, but guess what? She's used to all of these nice dates, but what happened to the relationships?
She's not looking. She's looking to eat though, and that's up to the man. Has to see that though. Ain't no reason that a man's taking the same woman on multiple expensive dates unless it's just right. If that's all he wants, I understand. But if he is playing himself to think that she wants anything to do with him, then that's the man's fault because he got to open his eyes.
Listen, let's play a little bit more. Let's see what else we got. $50,000. You're worried about him not being able to court you. What is he courting? Not you. Let's just talk in general. What is he courting today?
Well, hopefully he's not wasting. Okay, because the lady in the video was like, "You paying for coochie, right?" So hopefully he's not thinking about just coochie. Because if he's just thinking about coochie, then she was right. Save your money and go ahead and invest in yourself. Because if that's the game plan, then do it as you please. You can do whatever you want with $250 left over a month. If sex is the goal, you can do that. But if you're seeking something more permanent, I don't think 250 is because how can you be consistent with $250? You got to still put gas in your car every week. Like that money's gonna disappear. And then once again, you're only seeing her once a month.
Ash, do you know what the average American makes? So let me pass this part because we already talked about a lot of that. There was some other parts in it that I thought was very interesting. Very interesting. And not respected.
It takes longer than a week to see that.
Holla. Got you, Ash. I got you.
But, and I also want to take
we hear you.
And I also want to take it to why is it that when other races of women,
this is what I wanted to talk about,
seek men for security, it's not a problem. But when we do it, somehow it's, oh, why is it so transactional? There's several Caucasian women that actually go to college to look for their man because they want their provider and they want their person that's going to take care of them. But if we want someone that's going to court us properly and show us that they can actually have the ability to take care of us, somehow that makes us the problem. And I think that is where, the big issue is for me. Again, I can't date your potential. I can date your kinetic though. I can.
So right there, what do you think? How do you feel about what Kid said?
I agree wholeheartedly. There's nothing wrong with the woman having expectations, right? People want what they want, right? And the people that get mad at a woman wanting a man that will provide, that's fine. You're not the man that woman wants. But you have to understand that there are men out there willing to do these things. And if there wasn't men out there, then women wouldn't seek that, right?
There's not enough.
That's fair. It's not enough, right? It's not enough. Right.
So
when you first meet someone, you gotta tell them what you expect. Like this is things I'm not saying I want to provide her off rip because we're strangers and it's weird if you're trying to throw money at me. And people do that. People start off from the rip trying to buy you.
If
people are trying to buy you, then they don't really want you long term. But if you're telling people, oh, I expect a provider, I want to be a housewife, like these are the things I want. And the man that you're talking to on a date, getting to know, if these are not things he's going for, that's when you exit the conversation and move on to the next. Because there are men out there like, okay, I am a provider. There's still men out there who literally want to provide, right?
I think, I'm sorry, Ash, but I think a lot of women have this whole thing backwards. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know why I say that? The amount of men that could do that is almost slim to none. 14% of men, and we're not even saying $100,000 is today in today's market is not enough money for a man to be like, I'll buy you everything you want. I'll provide and you can stay at home. $100,000 is not even that much. So now we're starting to look at the 200 to 250,000 and above men. That man, I'm sorry, is not looking for the majority. Put like this, if you found him, he probably won't be faithful to you. He probably won't be. So you have to be willing to be like, all right, I'll share. He'll be like, y'all take care of you. I'll give you everything you want. That even means you are beautiful, right? There's something about you that stands out over all of those other women that's hitting me up. So they're in my inbox. I'm not even in their inbox. They see what I drive. They see where I live. They see the vacations I go on just off of my IG, off of my TikTok, and they want a part of it. So it's not realistic for a lot of women today to expect that man to just be with them. That man got his pick of the litter. So to find a man like that and that he's going to say, I'm only with you and I'll provide and I'll do this. So that now you're throwing away the man because he's like, yo, I want you to work with me. I can't give you all of those things, but I want you to work with me, which is why so many of our women are single and dying alone. Some women, they're like, oh, that's not nothing. Oh, well, I'd rather die alone. It is what it is. I don't care. I got my sister circle. Fine. Those men are still going to find a wife somehow, some way, because there's more women than men in the world. So you by yourself, because you eliminated the man that was working, but that man that could give you everything, if he don't want you, it's all or nothing.
Can I throw something out there?
Of course.
A lot of times people relate this having a provider with this very wealthy man that I'm gonna be driving. I don't know. I'm gonna have me whatever. I don't know. People's dream cars. What's people's dream cars? I don't know.
Just say a Lamborghini, Ferrari,
a Lamborghini.
whatever.
I'm gonna have mine, and he gonna have whatever man. I don't know, SUV, whatever cars men like. I don't know. And we're gonna have this big house. Everything be perfect. Like everything. And I don't think that's ideal for a lot of people, like at all. But I would say that's some people's expectation. But then you have everyday people, right? That literally will have kids and stay home, and their husband's a worker. Like we're talking about like working men, like, you know, like they probably like blue collar, like hard working men that will still be like, stay home. Like, is he still not a provider? Right?
Right.
Or the woman who only contributes to like one or two utilities, is her man still not a provider?
Right.
Is he still not taking care of every, like the household? Like he's still making sure stuff gets paid. Like the bulk of the weight is on him, and she's still able to do her wifely duties, be a mother. She's still contributing, but she's not out here slaving and grinding just to be like, here's my half
To
of
pay a
this,
bill.
honey. But like, let me go
Right.
make you a sandwich too. And like, I'm trying to turn off my femininity, but like, I had to cuss out a million people in the office because I'm the boss, and like we out here killing it. Like that is so wild to me. It's like, it's crazy because men want a woman to be a certain way, but they still want to send her into this hard workforce and expect her to come home and be soft, fix my sandwich.
Yeah,
Y'all
we
know
expect you to be a woman.
a provider just makes things easier, right? He ain't taking everything away. It's just making things easier so I can be what you need me to be for you and for our family, right? And I know
We expect you to be a woman, Ash, no matter what.
Right. Well, not according to the conversation 2 weeks ago, because you can't be a career-driven woman and be feminine at the same time. And one of the 666s for women was femininity. And we kind of like honed in. A woman cannot be in the workforce climbing the ladder in corporate America and still be feminine. You can't turn it off because somewhere's going to come back up. That's what y'all said.
But no, and so okay, so let's talk about that real quick. The reason why and this is the reason why a lot of those women that's up in the upper tiers of her corporation, usually they're single.
I'm glad you said it. Can I cut you off right there?
Of course.
The other day you said, well, should a man date down? You said
Right.
it. Yes, he should. If he wants respect and he wants someone. Now, I do believe there's a few unicorns out there that will submit to a man if she's making more, right?
Right.
Right. But for the most part, if a woman is the one bringing in more money, that man ain't gonna be able to tell her nothing.
Right. And most men know that, right? So if that's the case, a lot of men are on some like, yo, I don't want to date the CEO of Microsoft if it's a woman. I'm not doing it. So a lot of those, this is why you see so many of those celebrity women, they're single. They make too much money. They price themselves out of the dating market. Men are not dealing with them. Men rather date down because they want to deal with women that are more submissive to them. And unfortunately, relationships today are transactional because, put it like this, social media tells women to be a boss chick. That comes with an attitude.
It does.
Right.
But they're being
So,
misguided. I'm not agreeing with the idea.
But guess what? Maria or Miss Sanchez, she's at the mango truck cutting up mangoes all day long in 100-degree weather, serving it to people, getting cursed out. Some little fool just ran off with her little $5 tip, and she still goes home and makes Jose a sandwich.
Why she do that?
Huh?
You want me to tell you why? Why did
She was raised to be that way.
Or because it's not her. She's out there working to contribute to the family, but she knows it doesn't all fall on her.
Maria is contributing.
She's contributing, right? That's why she's able to still go home and make him a sandwich, because it doesn't all fall on her. Because she has a provider that will pick up the slack. If whoever stole all the mangoes is fine, I can still go and make it because my husband got me at the end of the day. I got a provider. I'm good.
Right. Here's a question here. And simply get paid wants to know what is considered dating down for a man though. Dating down means, when we say that, because we're talking about dating financially, we're talking about on a financial level. Most men, because on average, men make more money than women. So most men, in order to be with women, we date down financially. Now, another thing that we would choose to date down with is in looks. Some men would date down in looks, depending on how much, on how cooperative that woman is. So you'll see a man where, he might be at his upper echelon. He might be that guy that a lot of women want, but he'll deal with a woman that's, not the Beyoncés and the Kelly Rowlands of the world. He'll deal with an average woman because she's giving him peace. So that's what men consider dating down. But sorry about that, Ash. I wanted to answer that question. But so you were saying, I don't, did I cut you off?
No, I was kind of just wrapping up. Like, that's pretty much all in all. It's not on Maria to go home. Like, the lights ain't gonna be off. They're not gonna be put out if Maria don't bring home enough money with the mangoes.
Yes, it would be. Yes, it would be.
Not be.
It would be. Jose, have you ever if you live in New York, anyone that's on this in the chat right now, if y'all live in New York, y'all know what I'm talking about. There's these things called workaday. You ever seen workaday, people?
Mm-mm. I mean, tell me what it is, because I'm not familiar with the term.
So workaday people would get up early in the morning, 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock sometimes. They would go to either workaday offices or they'll stand at the corner of Home Depot. And they would pray to God that somebody would drive by and say, hey, I have the project to paint my living room. Can you hop in the back? And they'll bring them to the house.
They do that in Cali too. Yeah.
Right. And they'll bring them to the house and have them work for the day and pay them. They're not paying them no crazy amount of money. I picked up workaday people to do stuff at my house in New York. And I gave them $300-400. And they were so thankful. Thank you so much. I really needed that. Their wives is at home. These guys had wedding rings on their fingers. Their wives was at home, not at home. Their wives was cutting up mangoes. They were on the corner. You think he didn't even know he was going to make $350 today. He just happened to do it. He got lucky. Sometimes he might go home and not work for a whole week. But the only guaranteed thing is that Maria is cutting up the mangoes. But guess what? They're living within their means. They're not trying to drive fancy cars. Their cars is halfway broken down. They're making just enough money to pay a cheap rent in the hood. But they're living. They're living. They're together. Maybe one day they'll get out of the struggle, but for now, she worked it out with him.
I'm not gonna lie, that sounds like an issue with citizenships, right? And when you put it in that context, yeah, that makes sense. We talking about people, everyday people who like
These are
work
everyday
job,
people.
right, but like in a different circumstance, right? Like you talking about people that gotta hustle because they can't work legally to provide.
No,
well,
I've done work-a-day work before.
that's fine, I guess. And so in Cali, a lot of the people that was cutting up, a lot of people that was cutting up the lemon and putting the tahini on the pineapples, they was at the Home Depot hopping in the trucks. They were just on a different citizenship status.
Yeah, some of them are, some of them aren't.
But if we flip that, because I don't understand what you're saying at that point, because at the end of the day, it's just like, oh, if Maria don't bring her half in, and then the house shuts down. I don't think that's fair, because we've talked about this before. When a man chooses a woman, her money don't matter. When a female chooses a man, money matters, right? Because women seek men.
That's not every situation, though.
So you're saying that a man should look at a woman, like what she makes should matter, because I feel like the type of man who worries about the type of woman, the type of money a woman makes, typically needs help.
Yeah, exactly. He does.
So that's
as the average American needs help.
I'm not talking about that help. We talking about the men that will come in and be whatever a woman needs him to be, because she makes more, and he's like, I just need to get in with that. I could bring a little bit to the table. We're talking about switching the roles almost.
No, right? we're saying that Maria's half matters just as much as Jose's half, and one without the other, the house will crumble. Okay. That's the average American. That's the average American household today.
And that's okay. And that's just a financial standpoint.
Yeah. Since we're talking about the 50K man, yeah, that's on a financial standpoint. The average American, you right now, what percent of the bills you pay?
I pay all the bills.
Right. So if you had a man that made 50K when he came in, what would that do for you?
Nothing. I mean, it would do something, but like nothing. What would it do? Why would he come?
Wait.
But why would why would a man come to me and I would still have bills? Wouldn't I go to that man and he would have the bills he already had, but I don't got bills no more.
So let's just say you guys decide to mutually get an apartment together. You make 70K. He makes 50K, right? You pay 100% of your bills. Right now, the lights, gas, the food shopping, the gas for your car, if you have a car note, no matter whatever you have, your rent, all of that stuff, you pay 100% of it. Right now, that same 50,000 man, he's living comfortable. He's not asking for anything. He's not saying, I need someone to help me pay the bills, because that 50K man, let's just say he's living within his means. Now, he decides to get into a relationship with you. You guys decide to come together and get an apartment. You now have to pay, even if you're paying some of the bills, you don't have to take the weight of the world, because that man came in and said, you know what? I'm going to relieve this. At least I'll pay 80% of the rent. You pay 20. Wouldn't you have more money to do things right now if you dealt with a man that was willing to do that with you?
Isn't that what I just said?
Right, but I'm still saying that 50K man is a good man and he's worth giving a shot at. That's Maria and Jose. That's the woman that's cutting up, but she still needs him to help pay the bills as he needs her to help her pay the bills because of the lifestyle that they want to live. I got you, Ash. I got you.
No, it's mind blowing because it's just like we on the 50K man. Mind you, I never said nothing was wrong with that 50K man. I said there was something wrong with that man who only had $250 left over because if that man came to me and we decided to get an apartment together, I would be paying more than 50% of the bill because he only got $250 left at the end of the day. So yeah, he's not contributing. I'm still paying more. So everything, I'm making his life better. He's not making my life better. So why?
Oh, y'all make each other's lives better. Even if you made $250,000 and that man made $50,000, and he came in the house and he was like, "I'll pay a good portion of the bills." You now have more money in your pocket. He didn't need you. He was living a comfortable lifestyle.
Okay, now let's go with that scenario, right? So I make 250K and he makes 50, right? So what happens when he's like, make me a sandwich or do this or do that or do this?
Go make him a sandwich. Because
Why?
if somebody broke in that house, who are you expecting to get up?
Probably me, because I'm the one that can afford the gun.
Not who could buy the gun, but who would you expect to die?
I gotta buy him.
Who would you?
So now I gotta help him be the protector of the family.
Yes.
It's not my job.
Yes. You helped him buy the gun, but he would put his life on the line.
Because before
Ash,
that, he wasn't a protector.
I ain't gonna hold you, Ash.
Now I gotta make you a protector.
Yo, Ash, you making yourself. I'm trying to make you look good here, Ash.
No, because it doesn't make sense. And I get it. You love this 50K man, and I love this responsible 50K man, but it's just like do so much for him. Like, for what?
Ash, the man has to die for the family, if it need be. I don't like the bump in the night conversation because it's not that common. But if the man did have to get up, no matter who bought the gun, the point is that who's going to die if need be? Would you expect for you to be the one to go shoot him, or would you expect him, regardless of whoever bought the gun?
I mean, unfortunately, it would have to be him because if I died, now
right. So you wouldn't make that man a sandwich?
Screwed because I make all the money. That's why I can't die.
It's not screwed.
It
is.
It's
not. So only financially is the only. Maybe that man can still take the kid.
Okay. So he could be the stay-at-home husband. He could do all the housework. He can take the kids. Then he can make me a sandwich. I'm doing so much. Why would you ask me for? I had to go to this hard working job all day long. You want to ask me to make you a sandwich? Like, come on.
Yo. Make the man a sandwich, Ash. Get up and get the man a sandwich because he's still a man. He's still a man. Regardless of whatever he makes, he's still a man.
Is he he's got to be a great man, right?
He's a great protector. He also helps you with the bills. He also gave you children. He also will die for you if need be. Go make the man a sandwich. Get up and cook.
I think that's almost in a sense unfair because let a woman ask for that much for a man. Now she's doing too much. But it's so easy for you to sit here and spin it around. No, it doesn't matter how much he makes. If you're making it, it's fine. You can go be everything he's not.
So money, your femininity is bought then.
It's not bought. But how can I sit here and be like, okay, I'm okay with being feminine and relaxed? What safe space have you created for me to even relax in? I'm the one getting up every day to make sure we have a roof over our heads, make sure our kids have clothes and stuff. Like, I'm doing all this. And I still got to make you a sandwich. I still got to ride it like I'm making the salad. I still got to do so much. That's insane. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to look at you. I'm going to start to despise you because what are you doing and why aren't you helping me? Why do I have to go so hard for you to do nothing all day because you're a good man. That's not fair because I'm a good woman. I have to be everything plus be a good woman. That's not fair because he gets to be mediocre. And because he's a great
How
man,
is he
I have to do everything.
How is he mediocre?
He is.
So
He
money
is. He
is the only thing that's making him mediocre. What I'm trying to tell you is that this man is giving you everything. Protector.
And I'm giving him, so but I'm giving him
all
everything
you
too,
doing
and more.
all you do. Yes, women playing your part as a wife. Playing your
And
part as a
more.
wife.
And more.
Playing your part as a wife is giving a man more than enough, right? Letting him feel nurtured. Maybe one day he won't stay at that 50K. Because the only reason as we started this is because you see ambition and drive in that man. Hold on one second. Let me read this super chat. Let me read this super chat.
Nah, and that's crazy. And any man can sit up here and agree with this because you're literally saying, right? You're literally saying, be a great woman and be more because he can't step up. You said we saw ambition, but then what did you also say? We live together now. We got kids now. He's still making 50K. He's still not adding more.
Well, guess what? You gave that man children already.
No, that's not how it started. We started dating. Right?
Okay.
We started dating. He was making 50K. Then you added kids into the
We
picture.
said 1 year later.
And we already got kids 1 year later. That's crazy.
No, we don't have kids yet, right? But 1 year later, that man did not come up in the game. He did not. You shouldn't have been with him. That's what I originally said, right?
Right, but then
now the scenario changed a little, right?
But
it changed a bit now.
But the money didn't change. The money
change.
And you're telling me because you're saying a woman's gonna sit with a man who's not progressing because he's still making 50K, but now we have a life and a family, and I'm still going hard, and he's still sitting there with that 50K.
You broke world-class heart.
Y'all breaking my heart. Y'all are selfish. Y'all are selfish if y'all expect a woman to be with a man with ambition who never did anything with it because he's still at 50K and we done had kids, we live together. So much stuff has happened and the woman's still pulling on the weight. That makes no sense to me. I still gotta make you a sandwich. I fell in love with your ambition and here we are. You promised me a dream that you never lived up to. That's not fair. And to think that a woman can sit with a man and still love him and do everything, even if the love's still there, she's not gonna want to she's not gonna want to make a salad. She's not gonna want to have sex with that man. She's literally gonna go to hate him.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is today's woman. Let me read this super chat, and I'm gonna explain why I said that just now. But let me get to this super chat real quick. We got a $5 super chat from my boy Skinny Boy. Skinny Boy, what up, man? You are in the building. He says, men don't do yard work, fix repairs around the house, and maintain the cars. They also don't know how to cook and clean as well. We're just lazy bums. So here's the thing, right? You're forgetting everything that Skinny Boy just said, what that man is offering. He's not also only offering protection. He's also offering the things that you would have to pay for. Right? I can tell you this. I got a home warranty on my house. You think I used it yet?
Probably not. I haven't used mine.
I fix everything. I fix everything myself. Whether it's electrical, whether something goes wrong. We had a leak the other day. I fixed it. I got on a ladder. I fixed it. So I saved money. These things happen. The things that the car. We had some car issues. Who had to take care of that? Me.
Fix it yourself because you have skills in that.
I don't have skills in fixing cars. I took the car because I don't want my wife at no mechanic, talking to no man, exchanging money, dealing with all of that stuff that the man she don't know. So who had to bring the car? Who had to make sure it was all done and correctly? Me. Our glass broke the other day. Who had to make sure that all of the provisions to get it done was taken care of? Me. Whether I made the money that I make or not, I still have to be the man around the house.
What does a woman do in the house?
Woman nurtures the house, nurtures the children, right? She cooks, she cleans, she makes sure that everything around the house is taken care of. The things that I don't have to worry about. I don't have to worry about my son. Now, this would be me whether I was making the money I make or not. If I had a wife, put it like this, and no shot to my wife, but if I felt as if money was the determining factor on her femininity, I wouldn't be with her.
Money's not the determining factor, right? And
It
it's
is.
because it's not, because we talk about delusional women all the time. I think we just gotta like talk about delusional men here. So if a woman's doing, I'm gonna say the bulk of the work, because she's still doing all her duties around the house, plus working all these crazy long hours. Because obviously she's working way more than the man, right? She's out of the house, right? She's working longer hours than the guy.
Why does
Because
she
she's
have to be
making,
working way long? You don't
because
have
she's
to make a
making,
lot of. No, I
unless
make a
she's
lot of
running her
money
own,
and I'm home all the time.
unless she's running a business, right? But I'm talking about like a working woman.
I'm not
If you
running a
run,
business and I'm home all the time, and I make really good money and I'm home all the time.
okay, I mean even better, she's in the house, so she's doing all the house stuff as well. And then he goes to work, right? And he comes home and he fixes whatever is broken, and that's it. And if things
That's
went
not
sour,
it.
no, wait, but like if things went sour for the woman who's the main provider of everything, because he can't maintain the lifestyle on his own or even close to it, right? Because
The
I
lifestyle
would,
that you guys created, no, he can't
right,
maintain it on his own.
right. But if something happened to the woman, like just say she financially something happened, the man can't even be there to pick up the pieces. Like, what? How does that even make sense?
Yo, you're destroying him right now. He doesn't even know what to do with himself anymore. He
Y'all
said
destroying me.
they cloned Ash.
I have the worst taste. I have the worst taste in my mouth about men right now. Cause like, I don't know. A lot of the men I know, like they wouldn't want that for themselves. Like,
No, and most men don't. Most men don't.
and it's so hard for
We're
me to be
talking
open
very.
minded and fight for a type of man that I just would not want to be with. That just does not sound fun to me. Like it just, I don't know. And I just would feel bad for any woman like really living like that. Like it just doesn't sound fun. And I know that's some people's situation and people take what they can get, and some people just love and get it from the mother. That's great. But you hate the word partnership. It's either gotta be a partnership or he's gotta be up here above me. A
I do hate
partnership
the
or
word.
above
You
me.
are right. You
Because
are
that's all
right.
it
I
comes down
hate.
to. I can't down here. Because why am I here? Unless it's true love. And if that's the case, if it's just love, then we don't need anything in the world. We don't need no car or nothing. We can go live in the cheapest little hole in the wall, and that's fine. We don't have, because we're not working towards anything, because all we have is love. That's all it is. We're content with each other. But if we're building and going somewhere, he has to be up here or we have to be here. I can't do that downward thing because I'm pulling
And
you
I
up all
get
the
it.
time. Like it's just so hard to fathom for me. Like it's just, and I'm not a mean person. I love men. Like I tell people, I'm like I love men. I don't play with their emotions anymore. Like I'm a lover, right? I respect men. I would never want to belittle men or make him feel less than, which is another reason why I don't think I could be with someone who makes less than me and does not like exceed all my expectations, because it's just like I want more for you, but I don't see you wanting it for yourself. Like that would irritate me. I would have to walk away. I would have to.
So Professor asks. So if I pay for everything, can I have another woman?
Yeah,
I
you
know your
just
answer
can't
to
have
that.
me. You just can't have me. Yes, you
There
just
we
can't have
go.
me.
So all right, Ash. Let me ask you a question. Let's put. We're not gonna go too much longer, right? But I do want to ask you a question. If now that same man, right, that same man, was working though, so that now he makes 150,000. He bypassed you financially. You guys are married, children, the household, everything is great. He now has a work injury, cannot work no more. We're not talking about for a temporary time. We're talking about no more. What happens? Because you have to take care of all the bills now. What happens?
Okay. Like I don't get it. Like
You
what do
doing
you
that
mean?
for a lifetime, or would it be contingent because that man can't take care of you financially anymore? Because you
When
now have to
he
go out and do everything he was doing.
when he had the ability to take care of me, he took care of me, right? Right? When I said it earlier, but when we talk about providing, that doesn't mean the woman's not contributing at all. That means that doesn't mean she doesn't have any source of income. So hopefully by the time this terrible thing happened, that I'm good enough to hold us down.
But you're not though. He makes way more than money. So the lifestyle you guys created is completely different because he made good money and he probably made you a housewife. Now it's harder for you to get a job because you've been out of the working market for 2-3 years. So what happens then? Now you got to go get a job and have to make as much as he made to sustain that lifestyle.
I'm trying to. That's a great scenario. I don't think I could ever relate to it.
Because you're not going through it. But if you ever had to, what would you do? He said you're buck dancing.
Listen,
you up out of that situation. Like, yo,
no. Because, like,
it's over for that.
No. Hear me out. Because me as an individual, I would never get in that position, right? Like, I would never be in that position because if I'm at home, I'm still making money. I've never not made money. Like, since a kid, I've always been a hustler. So I'm always making money. I have this fear, like, I'm not finna lose it all. Like, there's always a cushion. Like, we're gonna pull out something fun. So I can't imagine I don't have it, he don't have it, and now we struggling. That is scary for me. Like, that's terrible. I don't know what we're gonna do. Let's go move back to what our parents, because why don't we have it? We're grown. Why don't we have it? Like,
yo, because
that's
you can't you can't have it for a lifetime, Ash. Listen, the average American right now, right? The average couple, meaning that he has a family, all of that stuff, has more wealth, right? And we don't even say wealth, they just have more together. Even if it's paycheck to paycheck of a lifestyle, they just happen to have more because it's two incomes. Now, if one of those incomes drops off, the family dynamics has to change. So it's either one of them have to work harder to get back to maintain or have to completely decrease their lifestyle. Most Americans don't have $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 in the bank just to be on some, cool, we good for the next like 5 years. We don't got it. So what happens? Okay, the realistic part of life is you, wife, have to now step up your game. I can't do it. I physically can't do it. I might have insurance. I might have a lawsuit coming. I don't know. Maybe I don't. Maybe the accident was my fault. So my company is not going to pay me out.
You had to cut a lot of.
But I would expect you and my wife to ride with me. Yeah.
No, you have to.
But
you have to. If that's our situation, we have to. I'm just saying that will never be my situation. God willing, that will never be my situation. But if that's what we're in and that's how we're living, because I know the average person is 3 paychecks away from losing it all, right? That's what it is.
Usually one.
From homelessness.
Oh, from homelessness,
yeah. 3. So, like, if that's where we're at and we're close, we haven't missed 3 paychecks, but he just got hurt. So I'm like, oh my gosh, in 3 months, we're done. I'm out here doing everything. Like, I'm not everything. I'm not turning tricks for sure, but I'm gonna do everything else but that. Like, I'm Dory Dashing, I'm babysitting. Like, we gotta get it out the mud and we gotta get it quickly. But then
you're gonna have to do that forever though.
I ain't gotta work that hard for forever. It's only I gotta work that hard right now, because right now I gotta make sure we straight for at least the next 6 months, and then I can think about a plan to get us out of this. Because now I gotta come up with a dope ass business, because I'm not gonna work hard for forever. I'm not. That's a miserable life, man. I cannot work hard for forever.
They call it cap on you.
No.
But after 3 weeks.
Listen. But after 3 weeks, I don't get it. No. Because that's just how I am. Because like when you like, I don't ever see myself in that situation because I've prepared to never be in that situation. But I know that's a reality for a lot of people. At the end of the day, I know my drive. I know I can make something shake. I've always made something shake. That's how I got to where I am. I'm going to grind. I'm going to be stressed out for at least 6 months because I got to make sure these bills are going to get paid. I got to make sure the kids don't know that we're struggling, right? Because low-key, that will mess up the kids' mental. We trying to figure out how we're going to eat. Oh, no. bro, I'm a counselor. Yes, it will. The loss of finances, and kids are trying to figure out where the next meal coming from because that's how bad
Oh,
off dry.
well, yeah, the next meal. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
hard.
because I wasn't working and he lost his income. We may have leftover money from the last check. May have not, right? We may probably have one more check coming in because he did work before he got hurt. We got a little bit of money coming in. We are like, we down bad, right? So I got to make sure this doesn't hit the kids. I might have an honest conversation and let them know, hey, things are going to be tight, but that's as far as that goes. But there's so much I have to do. And yes, it's going to be stressful, but to keep us afloat, you have to. Because if not, we all finna see together. Because at the end of the day, where am I going to go? I haven't been working. Like, where am I really going to go?
So, distinguished professor, he has a question for you. He wants to know, answer this question, Ash. IHOP or Waffle House?
I got you. I don't eat meat, so I'm gonna say IHOP. But prior to eating meat, Waffle House. They have a Texas cheesesteak that's so good. I'm sorry, and that city ham, fire. But I like pancakes too. But when I was a meat eater, Waffle House.
Waffle House. So, all right, I'm gonna let you off the hook. Because they destroying you in the comments.
They are. I haven't looked at them not one time.
Don't look at it.
In my heart.
Don't look at it, because these are your people. You know what I'm saying?
Not
These are your people week after week. A lot of these people love you, Ash. These are your people, your squad.
They hate me now.
They don't hate you. They don't hate you. They just looking at you with the side eye.
Because it's not fair. That's not normal for a man to expect a woman. Essentially, that woman's taking care of him. Yes, he's contributing, right? But he's allowing her to take his role, right? And that's not me. Like I said, I respect men, but like this isn't me. Like, what's stopping her to being like, what if she start controlling things? Like, hey, you can't. No, I don't like them type of stories when I get them. Oh, but it's my money. Like, I was looking at this before I even got online with you. I was looking at the dynamic between when the woman makes more money. Like, one of the major things when people go to, like, before they end up divorced and they go to couples therapy, money, because she don't respect him. Women get out of hand with a little bit of power, right? We talk about this.
I agree. I agree.
A little bit
I
of
totally
power.
agree.
But you're giving me all the power because I'm running this. Don't piss me off. I'm not gonna hit you, but like it comes down to that.
She
like,
said,
right?
"Don't piss me
We're
off."
not talking about me, right? Because I care. But like everybody don't care. Everybody don't. They get beside themselves. And then what happens when they get distracted? Women are always the other women's here. Oh, you doing this, and this, and all they gotta hear is, "Oh, my man would never." And now they're out here looking for a man. The 80-20 thing, they looking for the 20% that they don't have in him because he's not a provider. Why not alleviate that? Why would a man be comfortable with that? That's scary.
It's not that he's comfortable. He expected to have a life person with him, right? He expected to have a wife that is strict to her vows. We're talking about marriage now.
We're talking about 2024
no matter,
too.
Yeah, which that lands on how women are today. So this is why I say, men, I tell men all the time, protect yourself. Pay attention. This is why we can no longer, it's very difficult to coach men and tell men to find women where you are to build yourself up. But unfortunately, it's going to land into a lot of women getting their heart broken. Because these men, when they make it to their top percentile, it's over for you. You no longer have that faithful man no more. You no longer have that man that would have gave you the world. He'll give you a few Birkin bags, some penis, and maybe a couple of trips. And the rich Pookie would even give you a baby. He doesn't care. But you have no relationship. And at the end of the day, you will turn 50, 60, 70.
Hopefully 80. Probably alone, but
hopefully 80. And then
I'll be 80.
Your sister circle better be so tight.
And it won't be.
Because
I mean, it might be sad and bitter.
That's because that's all you're gonna have. You're not gonna have a man.
agree.
You're not gonna have a man to tuck you in at night. You're not gonna have a man to kiss you goodnight. You're not gonna have a man to die next to. It's just gonna be you and your cat, and maybe your kids love you enough to come and see you. So that's where the future lies if women don't change on how they view men.
I don't
When
disagree.
we're so much more. We add so much more than that wallet. We add so much more value to say, I respect the man because the man is a man and that man will die for me today. He would lay down everything. That's the honor women knew in men. It wasn't about the money. The peasants back in the day knew that we are where we are. And the love that I have for this man is because if the Raiders came in the house right now, he would stand up and say, take my life, but leave my wife. That's the honor that a man gives to his family, the duty, the respect. So when a woman starts to look at us as like that, it's the only time it's going to change. Where she wouldn't mind putting in half with the dude and still respecting that man and going to make him a sandwich. Because he would die. If you didn't fulfill your feminine roles, he should be like, yo, somebody break up in the house. Yo, go get her, man. She's not feminine enough.
She act like a man anyway. Go get her.
Go get her.
Right? I mean, that's usually
Figure it out. Do whatever you want with her. It's not my problem. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I want to live. I want to live. Take her.
Let that young man die. Listen, I agree. Everything that you said, a man brings that and then so much more. I think any man that I ever entertained for a long period of time or even thought about taking serious, he brought me peace of mind. A man with a direction can calm a woman's spirit completely, right? But I will say in this 2024 day and age, it's really, I make killer sandwiches. I cut up the spinach, the lettuce. When I say I am a lover girl and I like my person, there's nothing in the world my person could not ask me to do. Like I am that person. Like
unless he's broke.
It could be 3 a.m. It could be, but that's the thing, right? I kind of want to ask you, just because I feel like I've gotten to know you pretty well, and like really think about when I say this. Do you think that you could ever really fall completely off, knowing the person that you are? Do you think you could ever fall completely off?
If I'm injured, yeah.
I don't believe that. I mean, it sounds good, right? And I don't think
if I'm injured, what can I do? I can't do anything about it. I can't.
What kind of injury do you have? You're not working, right? That's just one thing. Okay, you lost your job.
I work.
I
have a job.
I'm saying that's what I'm saying. That's what you lost because you're injured. You lost your job, right? That's it. Okay, you lost one thing. Everything else is still intact. I don't know what other things you got going on, but you got the channel going. Pretty sure you have your hands on the other pots, right? So you lost the job, the place that you have to like clock into or whatever. Like you lost that. That's one entity. If I lost my job today, yes, I would be a little shooken, but I'm like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I lost it all. Yes, it's a setback, but losing it all. That's
okay. Do you think that? Let's talk about you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about you. He said GMT will be GMT going to be.
You still have stuff to do. Like come on. You still have stuff
Listen,
to do.
Y'all don't even know if I'm on a wheelchair right now.
You could,
but anyways,
but you could be. You're still out here getting it. That's my point.
But anyways, how many people do you know could do? Let's look at you. Could you do YouTube like me?
No.
How many people do you think have the gift of gabs and is able to build an audience?
No. But that was specifically to you. I don't think a lot of people have that. And
so let's take it off. Let's take it off.
A lot of people don't
Let's take it off of me then.
Okay.
Let's take it off of me. Look at Amazon. Amazon is now telling people, bring your behinds back in. So you can't even, most of these corporations is telling you, yo, no more remote work.
Mm-hmm.
So you now have to report to a job now. So if you can't physically get up and work and there's nowhere for you to report to, what do? A skill set is a skill set. If I don't have the skill, I don't have the skill. And I might could make some money, but not the type of money I was making before.
I don't believe that people, and that's what plays in the factor. Like those who don't ever want to fail won't ever fail, right? And it's some people that will give up.
He said, Ash, are you talking about falling off as an outcome or a mindset?
Like as an outcome. I mean, the mindset. I think like if it's a mindset, then you already lost. Even if you haven't fell off completely, you're about to if that's your mindset for sure. But if we're talking average American, and you got to think that some people are content where they are in the world, right? And there's a lot of people that are content with like majority of the people in the world, they don't want a luxury lifestyle. They just want to go to work, come home to their family.
I agree.
And those are the people that could really lose it all if something went wrong. Like that's where it's detrimental too, right? It's very detrimental if something goes wrong in that world because they didn't want more. There's nothing wrong with that. I admire a simple life.
It's the average
it's
American.
Beautiful. Yes, it's beautiful, right? But some people can get complacent and be content.
Yo, world class is hilarious, yo.
I shouldn't have came here today. I should have just stayed in my own little world because y'all are not.
You knew what you was walking.
Y'all not.
You knew what you was walking into. They're not gonna try to hear you, man.
They're not trying to hear me, and it breaks my heart. Okay.
You're breaking all of their hearts right now. Right now, world class is about to go have a drink.
Don't do that.
I'm trying to tell you, Professor is going to the bottle tonight. I'm trying to tell you, Skinny Boy doesn't even know what to do with himself right now.
Listen,
I'm trying to tell you.
Listen, I've said it time and time again, okay? And I know it sucks, and people want me to. I can't. I don't want to be out there. I'm just out there because I have. Society says I have to work. That's the only reason I get up and go to work every day. Society said I have to. If I didn't, I would not. And I can't even switch the mindset of being like, I already don't want to work, but now I gotta take care of this whole grown man. I just don't like it. But at the end of the day, the crazy things people do for love, and people will. People will.
You see,
you know.
Professor said he's over. He's over here listening to Jodeci and Drew Hill.
I'm gonna slide down the wall after this too, cause y'all already knew what I was coming with. I'm not a. I want to take him for his money. He gotta buy me. We don't gotta eat at Eddie V's every night. Like I was never that girl, but I was also not that girl. I said it when I first came on here. I never wanted to work. I'm only doing this. I got a few more years, and I plan to never do anything that I don't want to do again. Like that was just never for me. I can't imagine someone being like, "I love you," but like, go do the one thing you don't want to do. No.
Okay.
But listen, Ash. I'll do it for the family.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have many more episodes for you to redeem yourself. My man, world class.
I'm retired.
He still loves you. You ain't retired. He still loves you. The audience still loves you. So they can look past this. They're looking past it. You know what I'm saying? It's fine. So with that being said, you just gonna sit there and bat your eyes like blink, blink, blink.
Whatever the men want. Whatever
they want. Whatever you like. What was that on?
I shut up. Whatever the men want. That's all I do. That's all I want to do. But y'all want me to go to work, okay? That's all I want to do. I like go to work. Like no, that's not what I want. That's not what I want.
Yeah, Ash, you're hilarious, yo. This is a good show. Thank you so much, Ash. I enjoy talking and kicking it with you.
I didn't know you was gonna destroy me like this, but I appreciate it. I can only go up.
I wasn't trying to. I was trying to. I said, you know what I thought? I was like, yo, she gonna come on here and say, yo, I didn't mean it like that. The way that I meant it was like this.
I said that you wouldn't let me live. I said we have a good 50K man. He's fine. He's responsible with his money. Then we have this irresponsible guy who doesn't have money left over but wants to date. No. Go look at your finances. Get some stuff in order and then go out there. You can't consistently date when you don't got money.
Right. And you know what? I'm with world class on this one. You know what I'm saying? So I do understand what you're saying. I don't. All jokes aside, really, I don't recommend women be with a man with no ambition. No. What I tell people is to meet each other where you are at. So if you're on the same level as him, then find him at where he's at and then really start to ask those hard questions. Not only ask, watch what he's doing. Even if you're not dating him seriously, but you're in that phase of getting to know him, watch him. Watch him. Ask him questions. There's certain things that you could see if a man has no ambition very early on. Very early on. But the problem is a lot of women don't look. They're not really paying attention to these men. So we got a problem. We have a problem. And that's where a lot of women, I believe, get lost in the sauce of wasting so much time with these bums. And then life changes for them. Life changes for them.
And that I agree
You know what I'm
with.
saying?
Just like I tell men to make sure she really likes you, women's
Definitely.
got to do the same thing. They got to filter guys because a guy can put on a great front. When I say I'm a serial dater, I've talked to all types of men. And I love to entertain the guy with a plan that goes nowhere. Like, it's fascinating.
No, don't just listen to her plan. Watch his
I'm
actions.
saying, that's what I'm saying though. When I say I'm a serial dater, I'm a serial dater. And I'm not talking longevity, but when you meet someone and then suddenly they follow each other on social, then boom, you're like, it's been 3 years and they haven't did anything. Or worse, they're like locked up or they're somewhere else, like they haven't moved, right? I see this all the time.
Right. Now, I know. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go take care of the baby. But I appreciate you. This was a great show. We're gonna do this again. Stay tuned, y'all, on Sunday for Grown Men Talking Open Conversation. It's going to be a good one. We're gonna have Ash redeem herself. Redeem. It's Redemption Day on Sunday. So with that being said, y'all, this was all love. This was a great episode. I had so much fun talking to Ash. This is dope. I love being able to get my panel members up on here and really get to vibe out with them and have just different conversations one-on-one. Because having a panel, sometimes you don't really get to express how you feel. So, I plan on doing more episodes like this. But with that being said, y'all, much love, and appreciation. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.
Street.